Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to this week's episode of Maconomics, brought to you by Cricket Wireless. It's your boy Ross Mac, and I'm here to try to help you get to a bag. Look, we got a new caller calling. Talk to me what you got.
Hey Ross, listen, I've been hearing that I need to start preparing my kids' college fund in something called a 529. I heard it might not be that good if they don't end up going to school or getting a scholarship. Plus, I've been thinking about putting them in the music like Joe Jackson, honey. I'm not sure, but let me know what you think.
Hey, look, man, that is a great question, right? And look, I ain't gonna lie, this is something that I get a lot, right? And so therefore, I'm definitely happy to discuss it and hopefully give you a little bit of insight. But first things first, we gotta talk about what a 529 plan is. And first, I need you to really think of it like this, right? It's like a piggy bank on steroids for your child's education. Literally, it's an investment account that's offering tax benefits, but it's specifically designed for saving for educational expenses. So here's the thing, right? You're gonna put money aside and that money's gonna be invested, which grows tax-free, and the withdrawals are also tax-free, so as long as it's used for educational expenses. So what exactly are those educational expenses, right? Let me break it down, right? This is gonna include tuition, books, computers, room and board, and more. In fact, in some states, they'll even toss in tax deductions or credits for your contributions. So here's the thing, why is this so important, right? Well, look, we all know that here in America, we have a student loan debt crisis, right? Where the average federal student loan debt is around $37,000. And so now getting back to your original question, right? Many people feel as though the biggest drawback is, well, what if my kid doesn't go to college? Or what if my kid gets a scholarship, right? Because you all know mamas and daddies feel as though they're gonna have the next LeBron or Albert Einstein. And I agree, these are all valid questions, right? So let's actually break down the truth of withdrawing money. So if you do take a non-qualified withdrawal, you will incur an income tax and a 10% penalty, but only on the earnings portion of the withdrawal. Since your contributions were obviously only made with after-tax money, therefore you can never be taxed or penalized on that. Now here's the thing, right? If your kid is academically or athletically gifted, you might not need to pay for tuition. And if that is the case, then you'll have three options. First things first, you can always change the beneficiary to another family member. Now look, this could be a sibling, a cousin, or even your child's future children. Now this is dope, right? Think about your grandkids, right? We're talking about an additional 25 plus years of compounding gains that are being invested. Look, by changing that beneficiary, you're giving the gift of the potential for your grandkids to never have to take out student loans. Now secondly, if you do get a scholarship, right, you can withdraw the funds, but that's considered a qualified distribution, meaning that 10% penalty is actually waived, though you'll still owe taxes on the earnings. But think of it like this, it's almost like a fallback plan in the event your kids don't get that scholarship. And lastly, thanks to a new rule that has gone into effect this year, 2024, a new provision was created that allows the owner of the 529 account to transfer up to $35,000 in unused education funds to a Roth IRA for the account's beneficiary. Yes, guys, you literally can now turn this into a retirement planning tool for your kids. And I think your kids gonna love you, right? By helping jumpstart their retirement portfolio with up to $35,000 before they even start working. Look, man, at the end of the day, tuition is only gonna keep getting more and more expensive, right? We're talking about in another 15 years or so, we're looking at private universities for over 4 years, costing about $500,000. So if there's any ways to start preparing now so your kids don't actually have to take student loans out in the future, I'm all for it, man. I really hope this helps, but great question. Next caller, talk to me what you got.